Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, Alban Lafont. Now, I can't believe how well, I can understand why the big sides haven't chased him as much as they have. They're bound to have kept close tabs with him. They're bound to have kept interest with him. When you consider there's case for Juventus or PSG off the top of my head, even Arsenal prior to Leno coming to sign a keeper. I really wanted Lafont. I mean, he's a young keeper. With that, you've got to take that. There'll be games where, despite his experience, and he actually played good against PSG, there'll be games where his youthfulness will show. For instance, in the Premier League, he's still growing physically. I mean, you look at the Premier League, there's some dirty strikers. They will lean on him. They'll make it hard for him to come and collect crosses, for example, like De Gea faced and them sort of things. So we'd have teething problems, and ultimately, being a keeper, you need to be very vocal. Lafont is very vocal, but you need to remember there's senior players in several sides, and they will be quite patronising. So I don't know whether it was them things people were considering, or they just want to allow him scope to grow. That's quite rightly so. He's allegedly joining Florentina for 8.5 million euros. Now that really burns my soul, man. How Liverpool didn't get involved in that, Chelsea in regards that Courtois every year he wants to leave the club. How we didn't even get involved in that and just kept him there on loan or whatever, I don't know, man. But all I can say is, if he is going to Florentina, there must be a mad sell-on fee for Toulouse when he eventually departs Florentina. Florentina is a good club. Ultimately, it's Italy, lovely way of life, lovely food. Ultimately, okay, defending doesn't really apply to him, but Italy is the school of defending. He's a keeper, so he's part of that defensive unit. He might pick up new things and stuff like that. Ultimately, he's at a club where they've got expectations, but he'll be allowed scope to grow, versus if he were to do certain things at a top club, the pressure might get to him and things like that. So good move. Now, it's not officially confirmed, people, but numerous reports are saying it. You need to remember, Alban Lafont, it does want to leave the club. He has said that it is time to move on from Toulouse, so it has been coming. So yeah, he'll have scope to develop. If he becomes the keeper, I believe he could be long term, but within the next 2-3 years, that he could be sold on for some mad profit. Juventus, I mean, Buffon's leaving. I know there's scope of bringing in Donnarumma, and they've signed Szczesny already, but they might need a keeper in a few years. He'll be right in front of their faces ultimately. And no disrespect to Florentina, but when Juventus comes calling, you got to go, to be honest with you. So it's another one that went away, to be honest. I believe he's going to have a big future in the game. I believe he's going to be a good keeper. I actually thought Spurs should have went for him in the basis that Lloris has a good few years left in him, but with every year, like you've seen, as an Arsenal fan, take it from me, I've seen it with Czech, I've seen it with Lehmann and other people, I've seen it. Because of, especially how Lloris likes to play, every year that goes on, the scope for keeping them concentration levels and the agility is higher and higher. And for a club like Spurs, gives chances, young players, all of them things. I felt Lafont would be right up their street like us. But the club know their clubs. The people them at Arsenal, at Spurs, etc. know what they're doing more than me. So they've elected that this ain't the thing for them. So yeah, man, I'm still gonna follow his development and things. I do believe he's got a big future. I'm surprised he didn't actually go to the World Cup. I'm not saying he should have played, but like third choice keeper and stuff. Madonna was okay, so I guess so. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing more for me to say personally. So guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.